first 2 weeks was so difficult for us, especially that the Saudi guys were like put on special section, which is separate from the also all every section is separate from the other. So we were separate from the other Americans,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it more difficult for us to communicate and learn more and make American friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a problem with Ramadan. Ramadan, it's a month for Muslims who, like, as worship, we fast from the sunrise to sunset. So during that month, we can't eat nothing until like 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So at 7 o'clock, they will like the cafeteria will stop serving the buffet.
Mhm.
So we would just have the university made some, I don't know what should I call it, but they gave us like money in our cards to
Uh-huh.
buy some food from the cafeteria because we already paid for the meal plans.
Okay.
And they offer like some, it's a food, but it's not a food for someone
Not the
who was
best.
fasting for like 12 hours.
For me, the different culture between Saudi Arabia and America, that I had a question in my head that I ask myself all the time. How can I make friends here in America
Mm-hmm.
with different language and with different culture? So I was wondering about how can I make friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I just got that idea. American people, also the other cultures like Japan's or China.
Mm-hmm.
If I learn the language, that I can talk to them and make friends. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I did that, and I adjust with them, with American people and other cultures.
Yes, what we saw in movies and gun shooting and all these things, it's
Mhm.
kind of like makes you a little bit scared
Mm-hmm.
about that. And living in big cities in United States
Mhm.
makes you a little, afraid from that. And we just push ourselves and like, okay, this is an adventure and let's try it.
The only story that it took forever with me when I got here the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the immigration's office for 12 hours in New York airport. I don't know. I don't remember which one, but it took forever.
12 hours.
12 hours.
Wow. Did they buy you a meal
Alright.
for waiting for 12 hours?
Yeah.
That's good.
Pizza,
That's
cheese.
good. So I understand you're the international student coordinator here at the university. What responsibilities does that take on?
I oversee the students once they're admitted to the university, help them prepare before their departure from their country, and once they arrive to the university, basically help them settle down, prepare for their placement tests, and just make sure that they're okay while they're studying here and have a good experience.
What's the most common challenge an international student has coming to the U.S. and pursuing their education, and more specifically, what challenges do Middle Eastern students face?
I think one huge challenge was the language barrier with a lot of the international students when they first came, but especially coming to a small community like this, it was difficult for us to really be prepared, and we really didn't know what to expect when having a large group of students from the Arab nations coming. So it wasn't so much their adjustment, but more our adjustment to them arriving here on campus. We definitely can learn a lot from them and have learned a lot from them for the past 2 years. I think our staff and faculty were a little fearful of having such a large group coming from the Middle East all of a sudden. And it was basically the fear of the unknown. You know, you see the news, you see the movies, and you just subconsciously have this wall of wanting to protect yourself and wanting to protect the people that you know, and you're wrong. The experience I've had with the students so far have been, I can't explain how different my perspective of them is now compared to when they first arrived. They are family to me. One thing is just to get to know the students, you know, as individuals, not what you see in the media, not what you see on the news, in the newspaper, in the movies, or other TV shows that discriminate against the Muslim world, but just know them as people one-on-one. There was a bit of hope after having one experience 2 summers ago. We had a picnic at a park nearby with the ESL students, and most of the students are very talented when it comes to music. So they brought their food, they barbecued, or they had a barbecue for us, made kapsa and shawarma and a whole bunch of other dishes. And they brought their music. They brought drums and their voices. And after eating, or while we were eating rather, there were a few students who decided that they wanted to dance, that they wanted to sing and just bring out, you know, the music, and so they did. And there was a couple that was walking around the trail and just stopped, and I had a sudden urge to invite them to our small group. So I didn't know if they were going to take it or not. You know, they heard a lot of I guess you would call tongue, but just a different language going on, but they joined us and we had a small fellowship. They got to eat, and the couple started dancing while the guys were playing the drums, and they were singing, and ended up staying with us for about 2 or 3 hours. When they left us after the picnic, the guys were singing this song, which I'll remember for the rest of my life. It's called "I Can't Say Goodbye to You." The students actually translated it from Arabic to English so that we can understand, and you saw this couple walking, like knowing that they just had a fulfilling experience, and the students the same.